This week's eShop sale highlights features a bit of an eclectic mix. We got games on cults and death, a bundle of shooter favorites, a few classic games on sale, games that are addicting as hell. Oh yeah, there's even a last chance sale for an upcoming delisted game that's included in the sale. Yeah, like I said, it's an eclectic mix this week, but regardless, these are all fun games, and there's some good deals to be had for them. Let's dive into it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate is a roguelike brawler that has you playing as Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael on a mission to save Splinter from Shredder. The gameplay in this one is best described as being similar to the Hades games, albeit a much easier and simpler experience. This being a roguelike, each run is filled with randomized rooms, upgrades, and power-ups that keep the gameplay fresh each time you play. The combat in this one is quick and fluid and encourages you to dash, strike, and build strong ability combinations. Now, it can be played completely solo, but this game seems to be at its best to be played with friends. And thankfully, that's easily done with this edition. There's a local co-op option as well as online co-op. This Switch 2 edition, which you can upgrade to if you already have the standard Switch version, features higher frame rates and better performance, but it also has game share, so you technically only need one copy of the game to play with others. The game is currently on sale for 75% off. It's a massive discount for the game, it's big as yet, and the DLC is also currently on sale too, if you decide to pick up the extra characters. The Danganronpa games are absolutely wild. These adventure games usually follow a group of students trapped in a deadly game where they must murder another student and get away with it in order to escape. After each killing, everyone participates in a class trial where the quote-unquote truth has to be uncovered. As the protagonist, you'll investigate the crimes, try to figure out some counter-arguments, and present evidence in order to expose the culprit and save yourself. Unlike most adventure games, the gameplay in these games tend to be more interactive, thanks to the investigations that you need to do and the fast-paced trial segments, where you literally have to shoot down contradictions in people's statements. That said, the stories and characters are completely over the top, every one of them in the games, in the best way possible. If you enjoy bizarre twists, dark humor, and truly unpredictable plots, this series, well, you're in for a good time. Right now, it's ridiculously easy to jump into the series. The first game, Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, is just $1.99 on the US eShop. It's the lowest price it's ever been, and it's a perfect gateway into the series. If you want to keep going, Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair is pretty cheap too. It's $4.49, a 70% discount off the MSRP. And the third game, Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony, is $8.99 on the US eShop. Additionally, if you like the adventure-style games, there's the SOMNIUM FILES, which is by the same publisher of the Danganronpa games. The first two games can be had for pretty cheap, with the first one being on sale for 80% off. It's just $3.99 on the US eShop. And the second game is on sale for $9.99, 75% off the MSRP. Both games are really good. They're filled with lots of mystery that you need to figure out, a little bit of horror vibes going on, but there's also a lot of humor with these games too, just like the Danganronpa games. Unlike most mystery games, the SOMNIUM FILES games tend to have you more involved with things too. For example, there's times where you need to solve timed puzzle segments that you need to figure out during investigations and stuff like that. If you like your adventure games to be a little bit more involved, both the Danganronpa games and the SOMNIUM FILES games are excellent bets. Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds Ultimate is a fun arcade-style brawler. This is actually a remaster, well, technically a remake, of a beat-em-up that first appeared during the PS3/Xbox 360 era. This edition features the game completely rebuilt in a new engine, with flashier visuals and effects, with a higher resolution this time around, and a remastered soundtrack. Plus, apparently you can play as the bad guys now. This game's a pretty fun beat 'em up with some chaotic combat as you smash through waves of enemies using flashy combos and special moves. This game's pretty good if you enjoy classic co-op style action, good team of friends in local or online play, and just mow through stages together, upgrading your characters along the way. Each one of the 38, yes, 38, there's actually a lot of characters in this game, can be upgraded to gain new powers and abilities. Currently, it has a pretty good sized discount on the eShop, a 75% off discount for the first time ever. Samurai Shodown, the modern game, believe it or not, holds up quite well on the original Switch. It's actually a pretty impressive port. It looks good all things considering, and the performance is actually pretty good too. That said, I will admit it's a bit better to play it on Switch 2, with its much faster loading times, just improving the speed of things. The gameplay in this one is as excellent as ever. With a nice, varied roster of characters, this game is a lot of fun. It's a good fighting game that's absolutely worth playing. There's various modes to enjoy in this one, including online play. The game is currently on sale for 85% off at $7.49 on the US eShop, and all the season passes that add additional characters are on sale too. They're $2.99 each on the US eShop. Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered on the eShop is getting a Switch 2 edition. This version of the game will operate at 1440p and 60 FPS in docked mode, and 1080p up to 120 FPS in handheld mode. Best of all, the upgrade will be entirely free for existing owners of the Switch 1 version starting March 18th, so you don't need to pay extra to get it. That said, the Remastered collection was already a fantastic way to enjoy the classic trilogy. It features upgraded visuals, improved lighting, and a fresh coat of paint that still preserves the original gameplay feel and intended design of the first 3 games. The game does include several quality of life improvements, including a modern control scheme for players who prefer to not use the classic tank-style controls. If you're looking to pick it up, Aspyr is currently running a sale for it with a 50% off discount on the eShop through March 20th. Additionally, if you want to continue Laura's adventures, Tomb Raider 4 through 6 Remastered is also 50% off on the eShop. That's the first time that's ever been discounted that deeply. You can get both remastered collections in a bundle to save even more. Again, the sale for all this will last until March 20th. The Ori games, Ori and the Blind Forest, and Ori and the Will of the Wisps, are gorgeous games with a wonderful presentation, and both games feature some excellent gameplay, especially in terms of exploration and combat. These are top-notch games, without a doubt, and if you like Metroidvanias that check off the boxes in terms of presentation, gameplay, and the feels, then these games you will need to definitely check out. The first game, Ori and the Blind Forest, is on sale for $4.99, a 75% discount off the MSRP, and the sequel, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, is also 75% off. It's $7.49 on the US eShop. The Borderlands collection, Pandora's Box, contains everything Borderlands for the Nintendo Switch. Borderlands 1, 2, and the Ultimate Edition of 3, Tales from Borderlands, and New Tales from Borderlands, plus all the DLC for the games. Everything's included in this one mega bundle. It's a lot of games and a lot of stuff, and a great deal for those who want the Borderlands games for their console, but don't own any of the games yet off the eShop. Now there is a bit of a PSA with this collection. Everything here works fine with the Switch 2, except for the Ultimate Edition of 3. It'll run, but it won't look right. It has some issues with the colors and the way the graphics are presented. It's one of the few Switch 1 games that actually that has issues with the Switch 2. So just keep that in mind if you just have a Switch 2 console. The bundle is currently on sale for 75% off. This means it's just $37.49 on the US eShop. Cultist Simulator Initiate Edition on the Nintendo Switch is a dark card game set in a mysterious 1920s world of hidden gods, secret histories, and forbidden knowledge. Yeah, I'm kind of setting the stage here for this game. Anyway, in this game, players take on the role of a seeker pursuing occult power, experimenting with cards and resources to uncover rituals, summon strange entities, and build a cult. This game features challenging roguelike mechanics, where failure is common, but each attempt reveals more in the many possible outcomes. The thing about this card game is it doesn't necessarily tell you what you can and can't do. A lot of the fun of this game is kind of figuring out what you can do with the cards. The Switch edition includes the base game, along with the Dancer, Priest, and Ghoul DLCs, adding new characters, mechanics, as well as new endings. It's on sale with its biggest discount yet, 90% off the MSRP. That means it's only just $1.99 on the US eShop. That's pretty darn cheap for this game. HEBEREKE, otherwise known as Euphoria the Saga, was a 8-bit gem from legendary developer Sunsoft. In this game, you play as a penguin-like creature named Hebe who must gather his friends and use their powers in order to save the world from an alien invasion. The game is a little bit Metroidvania-like. It's a pretty fun 8-bit game, and the gameplay holds up quite well. Still fun to play after all these years. The HEBEREKE Enjoy Edition includes the classic Famicom version of the game, along with a new English translation. It includes a bunch of modern features, including a new speedrun mode, a gallery, as well as it includes online leaderboards. If you're a fan of the NES era, this game is definitely worth picking up. With a discount of 50% off, it's just $4.99 on the US eShop. DC's Justice League Cosmic Chaos will be delisted soon. After the current sale ends, it'll be gone from the eShop, so as other platforms. So you may want to pick this up before the sale ends. This game is a little bit of a hidden gem because most of the publishers' games tend to be kind of duds, but this one is actually quite fun. In this game, you swap between playing as Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and you explore a semi-open world city, beating up the bad guys along the way while completing missions and whatnot. The game has plenty of humor that makes it both enjoyable for kids and longtime DC fans. I actually picked this game up in a physical copy a while back, and I was pleasantly surprised with how much fun the game is, and just how charming the game is too. With a massive 90% discount on the eShop right now, I think it's worth checking out for a few bones, especially since it's going to be delisted soon. Again, after the sale ends, the game will be delisted from the eShop and other platforms too. If you're looking to pick up something for your system and you want something truly addictive, Balatro is an easy recommendation. I mean, it's crack in video game form. This clever roguelike deck builder takes familiar poker hands and turns them into a wildly strategic score-chasing experience that is perfect for quick sessions on the go and such, or long late-night runs. Right now, the Switch version has a 20% off discount on the eShop, but for those who pick it up, it will actually give you free access to the new Switch 2 version. If you enjoy smart strategy games with a just one more run energy, this one is definitely worth picking up for either console. And that's this week's eShop Deals highlights. Feel free to let me know if you plan on picking up anything from the sales, as well as sound off on what games you've been playing down in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you do not miss out on any future videos from me. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you soon on the next video.